Greetings everyone, my name is Atterville, and I welcome you all to my blind let's play of Mega Man 2 Atari Demake. A demake of Mega Man 2 developed by The Skipper in 1995. I was recommended this game by several fellow let's players as being a superior version to Mega Man 2, with much better boss balance, enemy balance, and weapon balance, and much better level design as well. So we have the same intro as the NES version, but made in an Atari format. Now this game is not literally for the Atari, it's designed in a fashion where it looks like it'll be part of the Atari. You may also recognize the Skipper in 1995 as being the developer of Dr. Wily's Final Attack, as well as Mahou Warrior. In any case, let's begin. Everything has been demade to be in an Atari-like format. Music, graphics, even gameplay. Alright, who should I go after first? Okay, quick man. Let's jump into the deep end right now. And don't worry, Quick Man is gonna be much better than in the original. Here at Mega Man we can just jump, shoot, as usual. Can't reach that life yet as I need item 1, 2, or 3. Menu, we can have only up to 40 tanks, but thankfully we start out with the energy balancer. Below here is my life bar. Graphics are on the more simplistic side, but graphics are not everything. Much better introduction to how the force beams work, by the way. You won't just get instigated by them. Also, all these sections are only one screen long, due to the limitations of the Atari system. Already Quick Man stage is much less of a nightmare now. Now, a first-time player can more easily complete the level without dying repeatedly. The tolerances have been increased. Also, as you may have noticed there, this game now has variable scrolling. When I was going down those sections with the force beams, the scrolling rate was decreased. Quick Man is also better too. I'm gonna end up dying to him at least once though. Jumps 3 times and then rams into the next wall. It's to be expected, I was on low health anyway. So even his quick boomerang attack is much easier to dodge. If I was at full health originally, I could have done him in one go. He was supposed to have a pattern like this, but he was just so fast, the DNA system couldn't handle it, and so it kept clipping into the walls, thus having an inconsistent jumping pattern. Also added in this game is a demonstration for every special weapon. Who should I go after next? Okay, Heat Man. But as you can already see, the level design for Quick Man stage here is much superior than the original. Despite this game having quote-unquote worse graphics, music, and sound effects, the level design is superior, in most regards. Everything feels fair, and this game has its own unique tricks up its sleeves. It has its own unique gimmicks. I did watch some gameplay of Airman stage, by the way, but only Airman stage. The rest of the game is blind for me. This game also comes with a spiffy manual. It feels like a manual right out of the Atari era, too. Yep, one of which we'll see in Airman's level, the rest probably in the Wily Footer stages. It's not just like a direct remake of the NES title, this has its own tricks up its sleeves. Yoko blocks, but their sound effect is much less annoying. It's much more subdued. Even this section is a lot less dangerous due to the lack of enemies, and because it's only on one screen. By the way, here's a quick boomerang. Works about the same way as it did the NES version. Hold down for rapid fire. Oh, by the way, my AC turned on in the background, so sorry if you hear static whenever I talk. Gradually getting harder as now there's a pit over that. See, this stage is doing a much superior job introducing its gimmicks, even the Yoko blocks. I won't go for that extra life because there's instant death there. I don't have an item. Frankly, there should be an enemy here, like a big eye or something. Off to face off against Heatman. Their weaknesses are the same as the original. And this time he actually takes double damage from the Buster. Well, that went rather poorly. He shifted direction. Do I keep my E-tanks after gaming over? This is going poorly. I have to initiate the jump later. It is a joke compared to the NES version, but to be fair, the NES version was not the best designed. What? What happened to my E-tank? I thought I collected an E-tank in Quickman's level, but I guess not. That's why I don't like to go after Heatman first. In my honest opinion, Mega Man 4 is when Capcom really understood and nailed down the Mega Man Classic formula. They were still experimenting and iterating with Mega Man 1, 2, and 3. Nah, Toadman you can get stuck in a pattern very easily by just shooting him. Here you have to dodge around. Already the fact that you have to dodge him makes Heatman more difficult than Toadman. Yeah, Bubble End makes him a joke, but of course that's his weakness. Seems also the collision detection is on the more generous side, as you saw me clipping over that Yoko block. I wish the tanks carried over. I don't remember gaming over earlier. There we go, perfect run. Once you get the pattern down, it's straightforward, but still much more difficult than Toadman. I find it surprising it took so long for the weapon get screens to actually have a demonstration for the weapon. We only got that in Rockman World 5, starting from there, 4 or 5. Airman was the next one someone mentioned. Very low resolution clouds we have here. Hi there, air tikis and gremlins. Oh, good point. I keep overlooking Mega Man 6 in that regard. One of the new gimmicks added in this game. Essentially, these are the same platforms the lightning lords are on, but this time, whenever we shoot, we're pushed backwards. And Mega Man 6 came before Rockman World 5. When was Rockman World 4 released? Was that before Mega Man 6 or after? Hippies are a lot less dangerous as their eggs drop slower. Oh, by the way, here's the atomic fire. It does use weapon energy when I destroy an enemy with it, though. Aw, look at the fan fiends here. They just look like bigger versions of Mega Man, like Mega Man's bigger brother. They look adorable. more delay before the Pippies start racing towards you. Wish the original game did something like this. So Mega Man World 4 did come before Mega Man 6. Did it have the weapon demonstrations though? I may be misremembering. At a certain point, the specifics that make each Mega Man game unique in the classic series before Mega Man 7 start to blend in with each other. Alright, it is, so Mega Man World 4 had the weapon demos. But as I was saying, I wish they came earlier, like in Mega Man 4. The same goes for Mega Man 11 and why it took so long to actually have playable demos. I wish the Lightning Lord Cloud gimmick was taken further. Well, that'll probably be taken further in the Wily Fortress levels anyways. All strategy still works well. Yeah, Mega Man World 5 should be the gold standard for in terms of that. And I'm glad Mega Man 11 iterated on that. Because not only do we have to show the weapons being used, but we should also show how they're effective against enemies. See homing weapons, for example. Metal Man. I hope the advances in Mega Man 11, specifically in terms of the interactive weapon demos, are kept in future titles, including Mega Man X9 for that matter. Especially with multi-purpose weapons, only showcasing how the weapons work in a non-playable demo doesn't cut it. And you don't want players to have to waste ammo to see how it works properly. Also, thank you to Skipper1995 for spying these crushers differently. Originally, it looked like you could jump right over the wires, but no, the wires counted as the damaging part too, along with the crusher base. So here it's been fixed as now the crusher's wires have spikes on the side. Here's the air shooter, by the way. And because I've item 2, at last I can get that extra life. Alright, this is already better than item 2 in Mega Man 2, as once it hits the wall, it doesn't immediately dissipate, and its hitbox is precise, unlike the one in Mega Man Maker. Usually I find item 2 fiddly to use, but this one change makes it so much better to use. Me too, Heavy Elite, unless I'm forced to. Now we have the mole section, but now it's a lot better as the moles spawn at regular intervals, and they spawn at certain points. They have set positions so you know exactly where they're coming from. Well, the rush jet in Mega Man Maker so far is pretty strong, as you never get knocked off of it even if you take damage, and you can slow it down. Plus it doesn't require that much weapon energy to use. blockies only take 3 hits to destroy here, but the way they function is that once you destroyed their eye or hit their eye once, they broke up into 4 pieces and then slowly reformed, and you have to do it one more time before they were destroyed. Them functioning this way makes them a bit too easy, honestly. They should take 6 hits to destroy in order to compensate. Hardhat 1 is next week. Listen to the Metal Blade sound effect. It sounds more like a jumping sound effect, or something you'd hear once you bop off of Rush Coil. Same strat works. In terms of level design, weapon balancing, and enemy balancing, this is superior to Mega Man 2. The only things that Mega Man 2 are superior to compared to this game are the graphics and music.